study on your part. So today we will go to duties of a company auditor. Number one, duty to access books of accounts. We have already written right to access books of accounts. Okay. So accessing of books of accounts is a right as well as duty. That is the primary step in audit process. Same as signing audit report. Right to sign audit report as well as it is duty to sign an audit report. Clear? The books of accounts inculcate subsidiary books, financial statements, all supporting documents. Financial statements include profit and loss account, schedules to the balance sheet, then cash flow statement, funds flow statement. These are what the financial statements which depicts the picture of financial position on a particular date. So it is duty of an auditor to take a copy of financial statements and take the records with supporting documents. Clear? So you can verify whether the financial position shown by financial statements is true and genuine. Okay. The duty to prepare an audit report. Preparation of an audit report is the end point in audit process. After that it will be submitted to company and ultimately it will go to shareholders. You know why audit? Audit is for bringing out the transparency in the process of investment by public into public companies, its utilization by companies. Clear? The genuineness in all these process, audit has a predominant importance. Clear? So audit report is that document which will give the final result about the character of accounting records maintained by a particular public company. So I hope it is understood. Section 143, subsection 1. Then the duty to prepare report is subsection 2, section 143. Additional matters under subsection 3 if you will see. Number 1, true and fair view. In audit report, auditor has to give a certificate. I, Mr. X, chartered accountant, practicing Pimpri Pune membership number, affirms, confirms, declares and denotes hereby that all the books of accounts and accounting records of Bajaj Auto Limited were available for the purpose of a statutory audit for financial year 2021-22. Second paragraph. In my opinion, all the books of accounts and accounting entries are showing true and fair view. Full stop. The information contained in this report is true to the best of my knowledge and belief. Full stop. Signature. This certificate in a clear language is compulsory. Vague language is not allowed in auditing because the law, company law, has given the format specifically. So in specific language, he has to certify the report. True and fair view means what? Records are genuine, financial statements are genuine. As an auditor, I don't have any grievance, no doubt, no suspicion in my mind while signing the report. This is a guarantee signed by an auditor that records are good. Ultimately, it guarantees the functioning of board of directors, that they are doing good for the company. If there are frauds, what can be done? In second paragraph, in my opinion, all the books of accounts and accounting records are showing true and fair view, except purchases in which fraud is found out, committed for an amount of rupees 2 crores. Annexure number 1, full stop. So he can provide annexure 1 and he can write a detailed story how fraud committed and who are the responsible people, employees for committing of that particular fraud. So I hope it is understood. So true and fair view, financial statements, internal control system adopted by top management, whether it is genuine or not, are there any weaknesses? Disqualification of directors, if term is over or any director is disqualified. I taught you the disqualification of directors when they become disqualified. Okay. Pending litigation against the company, relating to any contract which is under consideration of any court of law. Auditor has to comment about that in audit report. Branch audit, whether it is done by auditor himself or any other auditor, whether he visited, what is the actual situation in branch. Adverse remarks, if any. In case of frauds, adverse remarks are given by the auditor. Provision for losses out of profits, whether company has made. Provision for contingencies. Provision for tax payments. Provision for dividend payments, whether it is done by the company. Everything auditor has to certify, check, has to mention in additional matters in the final statutory audit report. Transfer to investors and education and protection fund, it is also compulsory. Some percentage is given. Out of profits, this much percent should be transferred to investor education fund. Is that clear? Audit has to check if the directors have done all these provisions or not. Very important, additional matters. Section 143(2), if you will see, duty to report frauds. Very important duty. On the day one, we discussed the major objective of an audit is to detect frauds and errors, and secondly, to prevent frauds and errors. So frauds must be reported properly with proper annexes, with the name of the employee, amounts involved, type of fraud involved, everything. Okay? Subsection 12, 143(12). Then duty to make inquiry about whether accounting standards have been followed by the company or not. Is that clear? Now there are 32 accounting standards. Auditor has to see what is the type of the company, private, public, listed, unlisted. Clear? What is the category of the company? Which accounting standards are applicable to this company? For example, Tata Motors auditor is there. What he will check first? If Tata Motors is holding of some 3 other companies, if Tata Motors is subsidiary of 2 other companies, so whether consolidation of financial statements have been done under accounting standard number 29 or not. This is what the duty of an auditor. Whether company has followed accounting standards, whichever are applicable, not all. Whether personal expenses of directors are debited to profit and loss account, whether these are charged to revenue account. Is that clear? Personal expenses, whether they are doing from company's account. Very important duty. Loans and advances given, documentation relating to it, loans to others, outsiders. Loans to directors, documentation relating to it, repayment recorded by the company. This is what important here. Duty to check compliance with AAS, auditing and assurance standards. These are the guidelines issued on different topics of auditing, like materiality aspect. Which item of accounting is material, which is immaterial. Auditing and assurance standard about materiality. Auditing and assurance standard about financial statements. Different AAS have been issued by the government of India. What is the level of adherence to these standards by the company? That also he has to comment into his audit report. Duty to provide assistance to officers. किसके officers? Company के. Now duty to provide assistance does not mean auditor becomes their assistant and they become boss. ऐसा नहीं है. Auditor is an expert person, the experienced chartered accountant. So he may guide them. If officers are requiring any special sort of knowledge, guidance, so it is duty of auditor to assist them. The duty to attend general meeting, annual general meeting or extraordinary general meeting. It is duty of an auditor to remain present through himself or by his representative. We already discussed the role of auditor in annual general meeting is very important. Clear? Shareholders look at only person that he is auditor. What he will speak, what is the actual position of the company. Because they trust him. He is an independent person who has audited the accounting records of the company. So important duty to attend general meeting. Duty to acquaint himself with his own duties imposed by law, company law or articles of association. He has to understand his own duties first, and then he shall start audit. Very important. Duty to sign audit report that we already discussed. Unless and until audit report is signed by a statutory auditor, it do not become an authentic document. So important duty to sign audit report with seal, signature and date. So this question is also very important to the point of your examinations. Tomorrow I will teach liabilities of a company auditor. So rights, duties and liabilities. These three things. It is expected that you shall do it by heart for the purpose of your knowledge as well as examinations. Is it okay? Any questions, any doubts?